Hi guys, thanks for joining me on MTG Cards and Reviews. Card and Reviews. Yeah, thanks for stopping by guys. Anyway, so we were doing a throwback Thursday, and that's what we're going to pick up on here with the X-Files. We had left off with basically Agent, or Albert here, Albert Hosteen, and so we are going to make a slight adjustment here, zoom you guys out. I don't want to do that. We got U.S. Marshal Tepe, and then we've got basically Agent here, Agent Janice, who's trained medic. And we got our Poltergeist attack. And we've got Icy Cape in Alaska. Got our files, Franklin, PA, Cumberland Prison in Virginia, car troubles, Augustus Cole, Agent Alex Krychek, okay, Psychotic Attack, Agent Reggie Purdue. I think we're back to where we started though. Yep, we are. So, in this particular deck, I got Agent Reggie Purdue, and find our other wayward agents here that we had basically seen them. Albert Hosteen, Agent Janice, trained medic, Agent Alex Krychek. Okay, so that's 4. Okay. Now, I don't know, I didn't think, but we'll take a quick look here and see medical treatment. If within this particular batch of cards, so Arthur Gabriel, alien DNA. Yep. So fingernail scrapings. Crop circles? Anyone? Anyone seen crop circles? So, alright. So in that we got those 4 different agents. So now, again, this is my original basically option. So here's Agent Karen. We've got a Agent Lucy. We've got Agent Mo, Agent Fox, and we're just going to continue to look through here. I don't think there are any other. Oh, okay. So as you can see, and this was something that I actually was basically kind of interested in seeing myself though, was basically whether or not basically there would be a difference though in the decks though, whether you might find, well, I thought you would expect to find different options though. Basically, I thought that you would find, basically, yeah, I lost my train of thought, but I figured there was a good chance you would find different agents though within the decks though. But having only bought my original though, and having never basically had a second starter deck to actually bother to compare with, or getting any other of the X-File booster packs or otherwise though, it was more of a assumption on my part though, that basically that you would likely find basically the different options available, or different characters though. And so yeah, basically, so the truth is out there. What basically I will look to do here is we may come back, spend some more time on the X-Files though. If I come across though, or you have the chance to basically source some more X-File cards though, then I will do that as well though, because what I'm of course interested in is obviously looking at or picking up basically some of the more difficult cards that are out there to find though, because there were certain ones that definitely were not as easy to get as others though. In particular, one of the ones that I know that basically that was essentially hard to come by was Agent Scully. In fact, I just looked to see, and what I found is that if you wanted to try and pick up the basically Agent Scully though, I mean from the Premier Edition anyway though, you're looking at basically, depending on where you can find it, you might be able to find it for cheaper though. I found that you're probably looking, in the $10 range though for some of the basically the different agents that you might be able to find though. So, like I said, as I go basically and look or do some of these older Throwback Thursday type videos, and some of the sets or some of these games though, even though they may not have been very popular, they may not have had basically a big following, that makes I can actually make what's out there though very hard to find and very expensive, because it is such a unique item though that doesn't necessarily show up that often though on the market, whereas something much more I guess I would say much more yeah, what would you say, much more basically, so much more played, much more well printed though, that basically that had the basically the print run supply though, where it was printed enough that that there's enough copies out there, or enough supply though, that it basically is still available at a potentially a reasonable price. So like a great example, obviously in the Magic world, but even in some of the Star Trek sets though, some of the Star Trek sets the printing run was either high, or and the combination of cards wasn't that great though. Whereas some of the more basically beginning sets, or some of the much more limited sets though, that had a higher following or interest though, had a bunch of specific cards that came out of the set though, that basically really brought the set together, or provided some options though, basically really did basically bring a difference though. So yeah, I mean, that's where we're going to leave it at this point though, for the X-Files though, at this point. If I run across or find any more X-Files, basically set pack stuff like that I can share, we'll come back to it though. Just like we'll come back and revisit definitely the Highlander series though. Some of the other card sets that we'll be looking at though, we'll do as well. And you can see, the other thing you'll see is that you know, in my sharing of the cards though, you can you may even get the impression, or be able to tell, that this might be why this set either never went anywhere in the first place, or definitely, you know, from my perspective though, you know, I never moved past basically a small sampling of it though, back in the day, and as such though, that's why I don't have a lot of it, which is true. It's the reason why I will tell you that I don't have a lot of the X-Files set. It is why I do have a lot of Star Trek. Not because I played the game, we did it a couple of times though, but more because it was something I was watching in the first place though, and that's why I have a lot of it though. Not quite as much of it as I had of Magic when I was playing, before I ended up selling and misplacing my original basically Magic cards though. I still wish I knew where and what happened to some of them, but still, you know, I've got a lot of Star Trek. The next one that I'm going to say that I've got quite a bit of is going to be the Hyborian Gates, or OverPower, for as well, and then from there it kind of just diminishes down though. So appreciate you guys stopping by. on this Thursday though. This is going to be an ongoing series though. Obviously, when we start hitting, like I said, when we hit Sim City, we'll probably dive into it better because I liked the game better. It was more fun. It had some pretty cool features, and the only thing that I think Sim City had a kind of a drawback on though is that you needed a lot of real estate space to play the game. As if I recall right, it's also in way one of the other things that Star Trek suffered from is that you also needed basically quite a real estate space to play as well. And then one of the games that basically will also hit, and this will definitely take some time to go through, is the OverPower game as well. So we're working our way through these more shorter CCG type games though that I have, because they're going to be like 2 or 3 basically episodes long, and then we may come back to them as well though. So like I said, I do expect that I'll be coming back to Highlander basically because I will want to go ahead and basically look into and explore basically it further. So as you guys can see, that is basically the box of booster box of the Highlander game, sealed. Limited edition is the basically, we might not open it. I might see if I can source another one before I open one, just basically to keep one sealed though. I don't mind opening up, like I said, I mean, opening up like the X-Files though, that was cool because it's something limited anyway. Opening up the OverPower, sure. Especially the starter decks though, and if I'm not paying a lot for them either though. So, alright guys, well, I've gone on long enough on the X-Files and some of the things that we'll be doing though. We will go ahead and basically catch you in the next video. Appreciate it guys, as always. I appreciate you stopping by. I know that, yeah, now I'm going to ramble on again. I know on Thursdays though we're basically doing non-magic stuff, but that's cool. That's a different kind of take though. And basically that's what Thursdays will likely be, is kind of these throwbacks though, where we'll look back at these different games. I may even dig out and show off some basically basically coins though that I've got. I might even throw in some figures though, Hot Wheel cards as well. I don't have I got rid of most of my I used to have a big collection of G.I. Joe and Transformers though, but basically I had held on to them for years, but then ended up basically selling them though. However, one of the things that I might do is I might decide to basically share some other stuff that I've got though, that I got. So just a quick thing here, we're not going to spend a lot of time on that. That is a manuscript of one of the Star Trek The Next Generation basically shows with Q, and that is John Delancey's signature on that Q card there. And then of course the other thing that I like to collect though is comic books. Now this is like the only one that I have that is basically a essentially in a graded condition though, because that one is actually apparently a like a misprint though. There was supposed to be something that's in there or that's on it though. Wasn't supposed to be there, and was recalled or something. I forget what it was though. But yeah, it's a recalled edition. And it ended up basically that one ended up getting not getting into the recall. It ended up getting graded. So you know, and comic books, I have a boat ton of comic books. There, I have basically, you guys can't see my hands. Okay, so I have essentially probably a dozen long boxes though. From basically back in the day when I was collecting comic books though. I mean, that's where the store that I went to get my comic books was the store that I also got my first Magic the Gathering cards, and that's also the store I got my Star Trek cards and other collectible cards that I got over the years. So alright, well now I've rambled on leaving longer, so we're going to stop here though before I keep rambling. And you guys have a great day. We'll catch you on the next Throwback Thursday video.